Logan Paul is a really good athlete, and he's an enormous man. Now, if it was an MMA fight, I would pick Logan Paul.
Who would have guessed that one of the biggest exhibition boxing events of all time would consist of one of the best boxers of all time going up against a YouTube star? That is exactly what happened when Floyd Mayweather Jr. signed the contract to go face-to-face against the ex-Viner and now YouTuber Logan Paul. There were different ways this fight was perceived by the public. There were people who considered this event a complete joke, and some called it great for entertainment. Before we get started with the video, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Hope you are having a good day. And if you have not clicked the like button, make sure you do so. And do not forget to subscribe to our channel. It is free and takes no time at all. It would mean the world for us if you do so. If you want to be notified of all our future uploads, click the bell icon down below. Let's get started with the video. Logan Paul has been no stranger to the internet and its community. He started his internet journey in the app of Vine. He was one of the biggest stars on the platform before it was discontinued. Logan Paul used to make 7-second vines with his younger brother Jake Paul. Logan knew that it was time to move on to another platform after the app was shut down. Like many other Viners, Logan Paul started making content for his YouTube channel. The other big Vine stars who moved into the YouTube scene were King Bach, D-Storm Power, and many others. Logan Paul's large fan following followed him over from Vine to YouTube, as Logan saw early success on the platform. Logan Paul's content include daily vlogs, and he went on posting a video every single day for more than a year. It was clear from the start how dedicated and hardworking Logan Paul was about his passion. This work ethic helped him in gaining over 10 million subscribers on YouTube. Logan Paul was involved in controversy throughout his internet career, but things would go sideways after he managed to get involved in one of the biggest controversies in YouTube history. Logan Paul, back in 2017, filmed a dead body in the famous Japanese suicide forest for one of his vlogs. This video would get immediate backlash as he started parting ways from his online brand deals and networks. Following this incident, KSI would call him out for a boxing match. KSI, or JJ Olatunji, is a British YouTuber who is one of the starters for the YouTube boxing scene. KSI would box against his fellow British YouTuber Joe Weller. KSI managed to knock out Joe Weller before calling out both Logan Paul and Jake Paul for another boxing match. Jake Paul was the first one to be called out for a boxing event, but he did not fight. Instead of big brother Logan Paul said yes to the fight. Logan Paul was scheduled to fight KSI on August of 2018, and the co-main event, the younger brothers of both fighters, Deji and Jake Paul, were scheduled to fight. The fight between KSI and Logan Paul ended as a draw. Logan Paul completely dominated the first few rounds before KSI made a comeback towards the end of the fight. Professional bout promoted by Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. The fight ended with KSI getting a split decision victory over Logan Paul. After this, many would think that his fight was the last fight Logan Paul would participate in, but they were extremely wrong as he came back to sign the contract against the biggest fighter of all time, Floyd Money Mayweather. You do not need to be an expert at boxing to know who this guy is. He is the one and only Mr. 50-0. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s boxing experience exceeded Logan Paul's age, but Logan Paul exceeded Floyd Mayweather's height by more than 4 inches and a weight advantage of around 45 pounds at fight night. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s last loss in the sport of boxing came back in 1996 during the Olympics. This was a very controversial loss, so realistically, we don't even know when the last time Floyd Mayweather lost a boxing match was, and he is going against someone who is 0-1 in professional boxing against a YouTuber. Floyd Mayweather's boxing legacy is unmatched, as he went out undefeated on the highest level. Rocky Marciano was the last known fighter who retired undefeated with above 49 fights at the highest level. Floyd Mayweather broke Rocky Marciano's record as he went on to win 50 fights with 0 defeats or draws to his name. Any event Floyd Mayweather is included in is sure to cross over 1 million viewers directly or indirectly. Whether you take this event as a joke or in a good way, there is no denying that some serious money is involved in this event. You do not need professional qualifications in boxing to predict how this fight is going to go. Let's get going on to looking at how some of your favorite celebrities look at this super fight between Logan the Maverick Paul and Floyd Money Mayweather. We surely love a fight where the risk is high and so is the reward. The only fight similar to this included Floyd Mayweather against Conor McGregor back in the year 2017. This event is without a doubt the most improbable boxing event in history. This fight was initially booked for February of 2021, but due to the pandemic complications and business problems, it was delayed to June of 2021. Logan Paul let Mayweather and the world know that he hopes Floyd Mayweather does not make the mistake of underestimating the YouTuber's boxing abilities. Mike Tyson gave his opinion about the fight on Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive. And yes, we are talking about the one and only Mike Tyson, the one who is, to this day, the youngest ever to have won a heavyweight world championship in the sports of boxing. He was not scared to give the YouTube star a taste of reality, as he would look into the eyes of Paul and say that Floyd would beat him up bad. Mike Tyson also asked Logan if he wanted to train with Tyson for the fight against Floyd Mayweather. The YouTube star was still confident after having a bout scheduled against one of the greatest fighters of all time, and asked Mike Tyson if there was any chance at all that he might knock out Money Mayweather. To which Mike Tyson responded by saying that there is almost no chance at all for Logan Paul in landing a lucky punch to knock out Floyd Mayweather. Tyson also talked about how crazy Floyd Mayweather's work ethic is, as he compared it to an addiction, saying that when everyone gives up, that's where Mayweather soars due to his high amount of training in the gym. We could tell that Mike Tyson believes that Logan Paul is going to be destroyed by the boxing legend. The next person to weigh his opinion on this fight is the notorious former UFC double champion, Conor McGregor. McGregor made it clear that he was not a fan of this event, as he went on the rant about it on his Instagram saying, "What the fuck is Floyd at? The kid curled up, didn't fight back once, and Floyd is still running around acting the tough guy. The kid actually just pulled this shambles of a situation Floyd is in out of the drain for him. He should thank him. It is embarrassing." Ben Askren, who has been a former world champion in the mixed martial arts world, said that he thinks that the fight will not go the distance, as Floyd Mayweather is going to hurt Logan Paul until the towel is thrown into the ring. Jake Paul did not support the idea of his elder brother, Logan Paul, entering the ring with Floyd Mayweather, as he said that he thinks his brother is in danger and that it is bad for the sport. He also went on to say that his brother is a fake fighter and he is the real fighter between the two. Sheesh, that was some way to comment about your own brother who's elder to you. Dana White, the UFC president, wasn't shy of telling everyone what he thought about it. For those of you who do not know, the UFC is a mixed martial arts organization and has recently become the highest level of MMA organization in the world. Dana White was rather blunt with his opinion on the fight, stating, "The guy is a nobody and he has no chance of beating him." He also said that no matter how ready Logan Paul is, it would no matter, as he would get beat extremely bad by Floyd Mayweather. If anyone has the slightest knowledge in the sport of boxing, he would know that this is going to be an easy fight for Floyd Mayweather and a tough one for the Maverick Logan Paul. Anyway, that is it for the video. We hope you enjoyed watching it. What do you think of the fight? Should it be taking place? Does Logan Paul have any chance of beating the boxing legend? Let us know in the comments section down below. Please subscribe to our channel and do leave a like on this video. Until the next video, goodbye and stay safe.